Hey guys, Chris McCarthy here, the jump rope trainer. What I want to go over today is I want to discuss choosing the proper jump rope for doing double unders. So there's a lot of different jump ropes on the market, and I've got a few of them laid out here, and I'm going to go over each of these and really describe the pluses and minuses of them and let you know what you should be looking for when choosing a jump rope if you're learning double unders or you're trying to master double unders. So first off, getting started here, this is your basic speed rope that you'll find pretty much at any sporting goods stores for about $10. I assume if you're watching this video that you're trying to master your double unders and get better at them, and I'm going to tell you this is probably not your best choice. You've probably moved on beyond the basic jump rope and you want to look into something a little bit more advanced. So I'm just going to go over some of the reasons why this is not a good choice for you. First off, the handles right here, they're often made out of plastic, they're often really small, they're really thin, they're really uncomfortable in your hand, so it doesn't allow you to really relax your hand as you're trying to perform your double unders. Another thing is these jump ropes come pretty much at a predefined length of either 8, 9, 10, 11 feet, so they're not really adjustable. And one of the key components in performing a double under properly is making sure that that rope is adjusted properly to your height. Now, a lot of these jump ropes, these basic ones, you can take the center out here, you can take the clip off the end sometimes, and you can cut this down and then reinsert it in there. So you can size them a little bit, but you can't really get it into that perfect realm of having that rope at the right length for your height. Another thing about these is the cable comes right directly straight out of the handles. So when you have this handle in your hand and you're trying to do double unders, the handle is facing outwards of your body or slightly forward, and the rope is rotating around your body this way. So really there's no way for this cable to get at an efficient 90-degree angle that it needs to be without just simply bending the cable, and then it's actually rubbing against the plastic, causing a lot of friction, and it's just really not rotating very efficiently. So you want to look for something that has a rotating mechanism in the handle and then also allows for the angle of the cable to be altered from just straight out of the handle. So really, if you're doing double unders and you want to learn how to do them more efficiently, these basic cables probably aren't the best choice. Another option you'll see a lot on the market right now is there's a lot of jump ropes that have a kind of a side mounted cable. So what I mean by that is you have your handle and then at a 90-degree angle, you'll see that the cable is coming out of the side. So this is really a great angle for when you're doing double unders because you'll have the handle right here in your hand, and then the cable is already in that position to be facing forward and backwards, and so it's going to be going around your body. So these are great for that, but if you're going to be doing something other than double unders, any type of crossovers, any type of really movement with that rope that isn't that strict double under with that 90-degree angle, then it's really not going to allow this rope or this cable to move efficiently beyond this 90-degree angle. So if you are just looking to do double unders, there are some great ropes out there that have this angle on there to be perfect, but if you're looking to do something other than double unders, you might want to choose something other than this 90-degree angle. Another thing I see a lot on these type of ropes is the cable is really thin. Like for example on this one, it's a very thin rope. Now in theory, the rope does, being thin, generates a lot of speed. You can really get a lot of movement on that rope. However, what I've noticed with a lot of the thin ones is they don't really hold their shape very well. I prefer a little bit of a heavier rope so I can feel a little bit more, get a little bit more responsiveness with the rope. Whereas these thinner cable ropes don't really hold their shape as well, and they don't keep a nice solid arc around your body. They start to kind of wave in the wind. So that's another thing about thinner ropes. There are some thicker ones out there, so you might want to look into those, but that is an option. But I highly recommend, if you're doing these double unders, to look into something a little bit more higher end. So moving on now into some of the other ropes. The next one I want to talk about is the Buddy Lee jump rope, and that's this one right here. I've had this jump rope for many years. It's a great jump rope. Really enjoyed it. The good thing about this rope is the handles here are aluminum, and there's actually some padding on here, so they're really comfortable. They're really ergonomic in your hand. They're a good size. And then one of the best features about this is there is a rotating mechanism in the handle, so it does aid in the rotation of the rope around your body. And then another thing about these handles is the cable isn't affixed mounted at any specific angle. So there's a couple rings on here that will allow this cable to move freely for the handles at any angle. Another good thing about the Buddy Lee jump ropes is they are adjustable. When you order the jump rope, it comes at a really long length, and you can actually detach the cable on here. And this is just a plastic PVC type of cable, so that you can detach it, and then you can cut it down with just a normal pair of scissors to a specified length, and then you can reattach that on there. So great ropes. There is no steel core cable in these ropes, so over time it will wear out, it will stretch out, so you might have to readjust it a little bit. But it's got some decent weight to it, and like I said, the handles are really great. They're soft, they're ergonomic. It's got the rotating mechanism in there, and then it also allows the handles to move freely at any angle. So this is a good choice for pretty much your intermediate user. Now, if you're moving up more into the advanced and you're really trying to master your double unders, there's a couple more jump ropes out on the market that I want to discuss. One of them here is the cross rope jump rope. This is a great company and a great set of ropes. Good thing about these is that the handles are really long and really large, so you have a lot of room on there. Also, there's a nice grip on the handles, so it feels really comfortable in your hand. It's not slipping in your hand. Once again, like the Buddy Lee jump ropes, these handles are able to move freely at any angle from the rope, and there also is a rotating mechanism in these handles as well, so it does aid in that rotation around your body. There is a large clip on here, and what Crossrope does is they actually sell the ropes at different lengths. I think it's within like 3 or 4 inches, so you can really kind of narrow down that rope length based on your height and get one that's sized properly for you. But they also offer different weights, so you can order different jump rope or different cables in different weights, and then you can simply just unclip it and then just have one set of handles and then clip on the one that you want to use for that day. So you can get different rope lengths, different weights, and but this is a good choice just because the handles are really comfortable, really grippy, got the rotating mechanism in there, it can move freely, and you can order your cable at a specified length. Now, the last one I want to talk about today is the RX jump rope by RX Smart Gear. This is the one you'll probably see me using predominantly in all the different workouts, and it is kind of my jump rope of choice. Reasons why is, once again, the cable. It's a steel cable in here, so it actually holds its shape and it holds its length, and it maintains a nice arc around your body because it's got a little bit of weight to it, and it's got a nice plastic PVC coating on there to protect that cable. And you can order different lengths from RX Smart Gear within 2 inches, so you can get a cable length that's actually measured perfect for your height. Another thing about these ropes is, just like the Buddy Lee and the cross ropes, there is a rotating mechanism in the handles, aiding in that rotation around your body. And then also the handles are able to move freely at any angle, depending on whether you're doing double unders or any type of jump rope exercises. Once again, these cables are detachable from the handles, so you can order different lengths and then also different cable weights from RX Smart Gear and then attach them to the same handles. The one thing I really do like about these handles is they are a little bit thicker. They feel a little bit more comfortable in my hand. I don't feel as though I have to grip down really tight on like a thinner, and some of the other ones were the thinner one. I have to feel like I kind of have to grip down really tight on there. These feel really good in my hand, and then also there's a couple indentations in here down at the top of the handle, which really is perfect for your thumb and your forefinger, so they fit in here. It's really ergonomic, it's really comfortable to have in there, and the handles, once again, are really grippy. You can get some different types of handles. For example, my buff cable that they have, which is a little bit of a larger cable, the bands that are on the handles are a little bit more pronounced, so you can really grip it really well. So this is really my jump rope of choice if I'm doing any type of workout. So I highly recommend the RX Smart Gear, but also Crossrope, Buddy Lee, all great ropes. And then there are some other ones that have that 90-degree angle mount out there, if that's what you're looking for, that are really good options out there on the market as well. So just to recap, what you're looking for is, number one, you want to make sure that the cable is either adjustable or you can order a cable that is a specified length, because that really is a key component when learning double unders, is making sure that that cable is measured properly to your body to get that rope going around the most efficiently as possible. And then also, whenever you are choosing a rope, make sure you're using the same rope for every workout. You don't want to go from one rope to another rope, because you want to learn on your rope and you want to keep using that same tool basically through all the different exercises. Another thing you're looking for is making sure that these ropes have some sort of rotating mechanism, bearings in there to aid in that rotation around your body. You also want to make sure that the handles are able to move freely at any angle of that cable, unless you are specifically just going for double unders and you want one of those ropes that has that 90-degree mount on there. That's perfectly fine, but me personally, I'm looking to do some other exercises other than just double unders, so I want to make sure I have that option available. And then also the steel cable core in there, that just kind of gives some weight to it, and just look for a really good, comfortable handle. So that's what you're looking for in learning double unders or mastering your double unders. Good luck. If you have any questions, make sure you hit me up on the website or visit me on Facebook.